yeah, it starts out the signal comes out of the computer, and it actually first it goes to this. I usually 99% of the time come out of a DA924. Then it goes to this, which is the first gain stage, which is very clean, very transparent. And then I've got 3 inserts, but I actually have more than 3 pieces of gear because each insert I have things doubled up, so that sometimes if I wanna AB a piece, if there's 2 pieces inserted on one insert, I have to actually go up here to the gear, and hit the thing. But the other thing is I'm constantly changing everything. I mean, last week I had that old Sontec 430 was right here. But typically, about 90% of the time, I use this, which is actually not what it looks like. It's basically just the faceplate and the power supply, but it's inside as a motherboard made by Fred Forcell, who's a brilliant designer, and this is really my most used piece. It's his version of this is super transparent, but it's really musical sounding. It's really sweet. And then I've got this, which I really like a lot. The API sounds great. It's real colorful. It's real kind of punchy. These are not stock 550Bs. They've been modified a little bit. They have different transformers in them, and some other things have been done to the gain. This is a great piece. I use this frequently. It's really smooth. This I'm just playing around with a little bit for peak control. Usually there's either the Sontec or there's a massive passive or there's some other EQ here, but I got this in from my friend Mike at Vintage King, and I'm just kind of checking it out. It's a really great sounding unit. It's made in Germany. It's a kind of an SSL style compressor. Then it goes back in, and I capture here. This is the thing that takes it from analog to digital, and then I've got a bunch of hardware digital things. I've got the DBX Quantum. I've got this really ancient, younger processor, which sounds great. I've got a DS1, which currently the bulb's burned out. L2. And then sometimes I'll capture at 96 and real-time sample rate convert down to 44.1, because I always end up the destination before the CD. I go ahead and capture at 44.1. There's been a couple of projects that I did. I did an album not that long ago for T-Bone Burnett's label, The Code, where they actually like to release 96K stuff, and that's really cool because they put the material out on a DVD. So there's a 44.1, there's a 96, there's all that kind of stuff. So occasionally I'll capture at 96, but usually 44.1. So the reason I've got this is a lot of times I'll want to run some of these digital things at 96 because they sound a little bit better. So I'll have this set to 96, go through the digital stuff that works good at 96, and then real-time convert to 44.1. And then it goes to the computer, and then I've, as I said before, I've got this other computer where I can use some plugins, and there's a lot of various things I use there, and then it gets recorded, and that's kind of the...
How about the speakers?
That's the chain. The speakers are some Duntech Sovereigns, which I think sound really great. They're not what I would call listening speakers. They're almost sort of too unforgiving for that, but they really let me know what I need to know about the mid-range, I think, more than anything else. And I've got them powered with some old cello Duet 350s, which they don't make anymore, which sound really amazing. That's my old Krell KSA250, which I had on my previous speakers, and it's a great sounding amp, but it just doesn't seem to have enough juice for the Duntech, so we've got the cellos on them. I've been getting a lot of half-inch lately, which is really a treat. A ton of half-inch stuff, and this is an old ATR that's been rebuilt by ATR Service Company, and I've got 2 different playback heads on it, which is kind of cool. I can switch between 2 different styles of playback head that sound different, and I've got either choice of the stock electronics, or we've got some cello playback electronics, which are super, super clean, and sometimes it's just the right thing. But you can see all the half-inch laying around, and this is all just from recent stuff, which is great. Here's the old 430, which sounds great, which I normally have plugged in. I just had to make space to demo the Vertigo. But, that's basically the story.